Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 19, Week 4. Last time, Cryptic decided to give the Jaso team a fair opportunity by making the match tedious forever and throwing. Let's see what happened this time. We also have Lumix in chat, also known as Gundam. Again, not saying anything. I can just see everything.
Isn't Remnant Adam?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. I believe that's Ab for him. Who, nobody knows on the YouTube VOD why we just mentioned that, because I mentioned that before we started recording, I think. Never get to play Oracle, says Cryptic in chat, which is true. They just immediately banned it out, immediately banned out the Hoodwink. Banning out mostly the same things here.
Well, the way to avoid that is to suck ass at Oracle, then nobody bans it.
Yeah, just be shit. That's how you do it. Sorry, Giraffe. Oh... The first few bans came out very quickly. Now we're thinking about it. Yeah, that's probably the right thing to do. I feel like the two best first picks this season are those two bans. So I feel like if you're not first pick, you're kind of obligated to ban those.
5 seconds remaining.
Again, even if nobody on the enemy team plays it, like you'll still have a lot of impact your first game on either of these two heroes. I promise. Thinking.
Dire team pick.
Banning out the Space Cowboy Enigma. That's interesting.
Radiant team pick.
And this time Jaso's gonna pick up the Witch Doctor. I remember a time when Witch Doctor was like a really risky first pick, which put him in this awkward position because he really wasn't worth picking later on in the draft, but also, like, a support could make him like a zero impact character. Shoutouts to the Ag Shard for making sure that's never the case again.
Dire team ban.
Gonna be picking up the Clockwork here. By the way, we haven't established who you are yet in this. Oh wait, yes we have. You changed in sets, not in games. So we're here with Gabe Newell, at valvesoftware.com.
10 seconds remaining.
What's your favorite TF2 class, Gabe?
5 seconds remaining.
There we go. See, you really are Gabe.
Dire team ban.
No, Juggernaut. I think they're confusing Cryptic for Inno.
Maybe.
I mean, it is one of those heroes. I think if there is an issue that Krem has this season, I've talked about it before. I think this is a very meta-heavy season. I think good meta will displace comfort, and Krem does have an issue with having heroes that are both comfort and like good. Jug is one of those heroes. But I'm going to make the Inno joke anyway because it's funny. Picking up the Dark Willow here. See, it's kind of two supports that do very, I don't know, I guess similar things, but in very different ways. I'm not huge on the support combo as a result. I think the funniest thing you get out of these two is you fear bomb somebody in the gears, they just run into gears over and over.
True. Although each gear only pops once, so.
Witch Doctor and Pugna. Pugna can very easily grief the Witch Doctor, so that would be funny.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Axe.
And the Axe. Pugna can also easily grief the Axe, but I think he has to be a little bit more deliberate to do that. I think I like the Pugna Axe combo, generally speaking.
10 seconds remaining.
You know, the Pugna Blast just on top of the Axe Spin, classic.
5
The
seconds remaining.
ability to throw life into him when he's in a call, because, you know, it's one thing I often say is, like, the easiest way to stop an Axe call, right? When Axe dies, that call is over, so. They're gonna run the Tide this time, okay. This time the Cryptic team has nothing but lockdown. They've got so much lockdown, in fact, they have no damage. Notably, that in the pool Dragon Knight is gone this time.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I think the last two picks for Cryptic Team just have to go all in on damage. Like, they've got a year's supply of lockdown, right? Like, they're never going to have an issue with that ever in this game, or at least they better not.
Dire team pick.
But, like, that's not bad damage, but I think I'd like to see a little bit more come out. Definitely want to see, like, a very high damage mid for this lineup.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Have we had Venomancer pickers? Not really. I think the only player in the entire league who plays Veno on a regular basis is Haywire Gorilla, and he is not on either of these teams.
Lifestealer. They're still lacking damage. Lifestealer is not a very big damage hero.
Yeah. Like I said, he's some damage, but you definitely would want to see. You would definitely want to see more. I think you want to see a very high damage, and not alpha either. Like a very consistent damage, like mid coming out here. Linda, yeah, that's certainly an option. Linda, TA, something of that sort. I mean, TA into Axe is kind of cursed, but what can you do? Linda into Axe is also kind of cursed, so... nobody you're really going to want to pick is going to be good into Axe, I don't think.
Yeah, Alk for Dire would be pretty insane.
They're thinking about it.
Dire team ban.
They got PL for Dire. Okay. They got PL into Dire. I don't think I like that very much.
Seconds remaining.
Panzer Lancer.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, PL into Lifestealer is like an awesome matchup for the PL if the illusions get to live, but my god, look at how much they have to control the illusion swarms. Like, the Clockwork Cogs, you're not really going to be comfortably getting illusion swarms around that. You're not really going to be comfortably getting illusion swarms around, like, the Willow Fear Bomb, right? Like, certainly not going to get him through the Ravage, and it's kind of unfortunate because if you don't dodge the Ravage, it is very immediately obvious which PL is the real one.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is a fairly rough PL game, and they've left open, like, the best hero to deal with it in Leshrac. If in the pool picks Leshrac, this game is, like, incredibly rough for Dire.
Okay, yeah, PLW is incredibly easy to dodge spells with, but you don't get to use it 4 times a second, guys. Like, he has so much to worry about. 1W is not going to cover even a small amount of it.
And until you're level 25, it's got a 10-second cooldown, so he uses it once, Tide waits for that, and then Ravage.
Yeah.
It is games and pizza.
Dire team ban.
It's not games or pizza, it's both.
And it's not just, it's like, you have a few things that you might want to dodge with Q. It's like, you have a few or with your W, it's like, you have a few things where if you don't dodge it with the W, the fight is instantly, like, boned. Like, if you dodge the Ravage and then just get hit by the Willow Fear Bomb anyway, the fight's still boned. If you dodge the, you know, like the Clockwork hook shot, for example, you know, you still got the Ravage behind you. You still don't know what the last pick's even going to do for you. They are going to ban the Lesh. They must have heard you talking about it a week ago. I think you got way too much to worry about besides just a Ravage. I think only worrying about Ravage will be like a massive underestimation of the rest of the enemy team.
Radiant team pick.
Gonna bring in the Quap here. So they got some sharp alpha damage.
It's a pretty good hero.
Maybe Ember pick. He's definitely gonna be a very. It's a high risk, high reward Ember game. I think it's like very easy for him to screw up the execution, and like if he gets called, he dies. Every time Ember gets called, he dies. If that doesn't happen, Storm you definitely don't want versus Axe, but like the Ember versus Axe matchup, I think you know, if you get called, you die every single time. But you do have a lot of options to dodge getting called. You can definitely play around it in a fight. You can, I think, generally choose to not engage until Axe is busy anyway, or at least he's within sight. I think that's going to be kind of the trick to a Spirit game here. Is like if you pick Ember, you need to know where Axe is before you can like do things. I do think you have a team comp that lets you figure out where Axe is pretty reliably, but I still think one Willow or Tide Hunter spell is it for Fiel. Like, I think he just sucks into their support line. I think he sucks into Tide. And there's the Ember
Choose
Spirit.
your hero.
I guess we'll see how it pans out. But, in my opinion, I think the bad news is I think it's a really tough game for PL. The good news is I don't think it's tough for anybody else. Like, I think Axe is a pretty nice game. He's going to be easy to find, but even when they do find him, he's still going to be able to deal with people pretty reliably. I think BF Lifestealer, maybe. In particular, like anybody that gets called in this game is so super dead. Like, it is they are so ridiculously dead. Like, any fight that starts with Axe calling like the Lifestealer, for example, if Lifestealer hasn't already hit Q by the time the Axe call comes out, he's just gonna get annihilated. You know, 100-0. Anytime the Ember Spirit gets called, 100-0. They got the Quap, they got the Pugna Blaster drop on it, they got the Witch Doctor, Maledict, and ult. So even if PL has, like, you know, the Ravage and the Fear Bomb and the Cogs and the Willow other ult that I always forget the name of, and the Ember Spirit crap to deal with, I don't think it necessarily matters. Because I think all of that crap, if they just save everything for him, they just make 10 contingency plans for PL, then they're going to lose the fight. They're going to lose the fight to begin with. Somebody's going to pee. Do that before the goddamn game. So go to the bathroom before they flip the coin, you motherfuckers. It's not hard to do. Anyway. If they hold these contingency plans for the PL, they're just going to lose the fight anyway. Like, the Axe and the Quap are just going to walk all over them. The support line's going to walk all over them. That's really the upside PL has here, I think. Like, he only gets one dodge for 6 things, but it's more than likely only one thing is going to be coming for him anyway. Unless the game just, like, spirals. I mean, that's a possibility, but it's weird to see Kingfisher on, like, a normal hero in, like, a normal game. Like, Kingfisher, I don't know, he's not still in chat, I don't think. I think he had to go, but, like, you know, this is it. This is the day. Like, I don't really have any problem with this Quap. I think it's a pretty decent Quap game, all things considered. A lot of damage to throw onto the Axe, and most of the things you're worried about, you know, people are going to have to be thinking pretty consistently about who to drop the stuff on, so it's not like you're guaranteed to have, like, the hook shot on your head every fight, you know? Looking at to go. Clockwork gets everybody in jail. The kind of awkward Willow combo doesn't help particularly much, but they're still going to get the Witch Doctor.
I can take care of
Pugna going to get slapped around a little bit. Looks like the Cryptic team is I have to go 3 for 1 for the runes here. Yep. A little bit more exciting than the last encounter. Why is it doing that? I don't want to do that. Or is it doing that? Oh no. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Okay, it didn't do that. It just looked weird. Yeah. Tidehunter immediately going for a brace are probably the right move here. Honestly, maybe. I think 2 is a little excessive nowadays, but might not be the worst game for just a pair of bracers, to be honest with you. You really... He's going for quick phase boots. I don't think you really want to do that here. I think you're going to be very worried about magic damage and not very worried about anything else for most of this lane. Honestly, maybe even like a bracer into like a quick hood wouldn't be a bad thing, I don't think. Life Stealer into Axe. Rough lane. I think with the draft shaken out, I think it's a pretty rough looking Life Stealer game, which might have a big impact on how it turns out. Just on the grounds of he's got a really, really nasty matchup there. Got Cryptic down here again, by the way. They've got Cryptic in the safe lane and Tristera on the off lane. I don't know if this is like a full-time change, but it's a change for this series. Clockwork is going to try and fight the Witch Doctor here, and going to learn why that's a bad idea. I thought Pugna was going to be okay down here, but apparently not. Big news, this is not a full-time change. You know, pro tip, Cryptic, don't say that. Leave it a mystery for whoever faces you next week. Could be wondering about that. Cryptic, speaking of which, the Willow very low here.
no money for
I think Gabe woke up.
Who's that?
That's you.
I've been awake.
Ain't been very talkative much this game so far.
Just distracted.
Did you install an anime portrait mod for the cast?
No.
Okay, let's see that happening.
Middle lane is missing.
Okay. Dang, that's a very quick kill here. Just the combination of all the slows plus the Willow W. I'm gonna do most of that. Pugna is definitely gonna need to decrep. Need decrep in the next level, I think. You really cannot keep letting that happen to him. And they really can't do anything about him when he does that, so get it quick, Chobro.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Rip Axe's courier. Despite the kills massively favoring the Radiant, so far last it's mostly favoring the Dire. Again, Clockwork, not really got much to do in this lane for a while. So the sad thing about Clockwork is I think he's kind of a hero where you either need to personally have the ability to kill the enemy core, which he really doesn't here, or you need to kill Ember in the mid lane. Rest in peace. A very awkward time, too. Not really sure. Why did this happen to you, Mr. In the Pool? What were you doing? Let's take a quick look at that. Well, he just went out and got the water rune in predictable fashion at kind of an awkward time, and died as a result. What do you think of this no flame guard build, Gabe?
I think it's fucking over your late game. To transition into late game, you need to farm, and flame guard is your best farming spell. Although this is better for trading, so I would have gone 1-2-1. Probably.
Well, yeah, if you had gone 1-2-1, I don't think you would have died there necessarily, because you just died of attrition from magic damage. So. Very slow lane phase otherwise. We do have a nice stealer getting caught over here by the Lotus Pit, but... oh, it's already been used in this lane. Or maybe somebody else just got it and took it out of lane or something. That would be weird. They catch the PL and the cogs, he just kind of jumps out. You do get a look at something I was talking about during pick phase during that, which is, you know, when you don't have the ability to jump just over it, when you don't have the ability to W over it, cogs in an awkward spot just kind of soaks up your entire fight for PL. You just have to very awkwardly navigate around it. The Witch Doctor gets a kind of awkwardly timed coconut there that just ends up bouncing on the jungle creeps. They try to put him in the PL and Clockwork Chill. Nothing really comes of it. And then they're going all in on the Anchor Smash, which I like to see. But again, I think really just needed... I mean, he really needed that Bracer, I think. He's really hurting himself a lot by not having it complete here. He's probably going to be fine. This Maledict's only level 2 and he needs a tango immediately, and even TB's home, just in case. Which, you know, slightly extreme reaction, but hey, you get an item for it anyway, so who cares, I guess. Ember Spirit trying to do camps here with no E. Not the most advisable situation. He's also walking... he has level 6, but he's walking to spawn without a Revenant anywhere. I'm not really sure why.
Revenant?
Remnant is what I meant. I was thinking of that for him again. Walking home without a Remnant anywhere, which I'm not really sure why he's doing that. Just absolutely just could have left one of his fellas standing, you know, somewhere, you know? He just walked all the way back home, then TP'd. He could just, you know, TP and then Remnant.
Middle lane is missing.
Very weird.
You fought badly. Die worse. You have been denied. You and I.
Okay. Lane really not going in the pool's way at this point. He's 10 last hits down. He does have 1 deny over Quap, so that's great and everything, but he's also got 1 death over her. Really, so far in general, it's just the Dire is taking off with this lanes. I think, in the interest of unfairness, I do think this offlane should probably be doing better for the Tide clock. I don't know if they should necessarily be winning, but again, I feel like if Tide Hunter isn't just spending the entire lane phase sitting back at 10% HP because he has, you know, 1 level Kraken Shell, no regen, no magic resistance, he should fix at least one of those problems. Axe walking back up here pretty slowly. And Lifestealer is going to get knocked out by the Quap, who TPs in double damage and gets rid of him. I guess not necessarily TPs in, but gets down to bot with the DD and just cleanly wipes out these 2 guys here. And now in the pool has to face the wrath of the double damage Quap, who's going to take about half his HP pull out before he does anything. Quap also very low herself. She did take a lot of beating doing that, but... This Boy has the Ravage here. But, he used all of his mana to get the PL that low. Definitely need in this game a Soul Ring on the Tidehunter. You really don't want to be in that awkward situation where the PL Diffusal Blade just gets you to no mana and you just can't ult anymore. Gabe, are you sure you're not asleep?
Yes.
Are we going to be losing you after this match?
Potentially.
Yeah, I have a feeling. You do not sound the most wakeful.
I'm both tired and hungry. So I'm
There we go.
probably grab food and then sleep up.
There we go. Speaking of going, Witch Doctor's moved here to bot, but okay. I was gonna say, didn't accomplish much, but he sure is if Krem is going to go right back in on him for it. Follow-up on the Alliance Stealer is kind of weak, though, so he's going to be able to just infest, get the Witch Doctor, and get back to work here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Everybody is here. Smash Ultimate here in bot lane. As the Ember Spirit unfortunately just ends up dropping chains on his creeps. Quap coming in the back line. Missed the Culling Blade on Clockwork Whip. Quap coming in the back line to immediately make the Ember Spirit turn away. Axe is going to forget, hey, wait a minute, I don't have any HP. Stands in the Willow ult and dies.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Dire's top tower has fallen, and the Tidehunter does even have a Ring of Basilius. He's going for a Vlad's of his own this time around, but I feel like if he had a Soul Ring, he could have TP bot, gotten involved in that fight, and maybe gotten more of something going on there than just 864 gold. I guess at the very least, got the tower through that.
As good as phase boots are, I would have liked to see Tide go mana boots.
Oh, and he
'Cause
even
you
got
know
the Bracer.
Because you know for sure that PL is going to have a diffuse later, and that you're going to have mana problems. So having your own mana boots to solve that and get your Ravage off consistently would have been nice.
Well, the thing I was talking about was Soul Ring. I think, in this case, I think I would prefer Phase Boots and Soul Ring, because you're going to take both. You're going to both worry about your mana, and you're really going to need armor this game. Or at least you're going to very much want it.
But the Greaves is also good this game.
It's true.
I would have just gone like mana boots blink.
I would have just rather seen the Bracer out before the Phase Boots came out, to be honest with you. So. And no matter how you slice it, somebody has something to complain about with this Tidehunter build. I'm sure Space Cowboy is going to be very happy in my DMs after 2 games of build Flame this week.
Space Cowboy's here.
Oh, he's here? He's in... Oh, very nice.
He's offered to sit in for the next game if needed.
Oh, that would be actually pretty good. I think we could let Homeboy tag out here.
Yeah. Hey,
and
Space Cowboy, just ignore the massive amounts of flame that your builds have gotten.
Yeah, just ignore what we said about you in Game 1 and Game 2 when you come on.
Yeah, if you've been here this entire time.
I think he just got here. I don't think he was here Game 1.
I am kidding. You have not flamed your build massively. Just
I have.
Minor. Didn't see Game 1.
Dire's middle tower is under
The halberd was whack, bro. I didn't like it. I hated it. There you go. This is the Game 1 flame in Game 2. Something funny we should know about? You want to share with the class?
No, he disliked your build so bad he's complaining about it the next game.
This is not a first.
Radiant's middle tower.
This is not. This is so far. This is not unique to Space Cowboy.
This is true.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower.
Both
is under
sides
attack.
playing a very slow and calm game so far, which is kind of funny after the first game. Both the way it started and the way it was 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You would think at least one of these teams would be just going ape right now. But it's,
Yeah.
you know, last game, lane phase really ended at about 10 minutes. This time, lane phase is still kind of going at 14. You know, the Dire are together for the first time here at this point, and the Radiant are still in lanes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ember, that hurts you.
Barely. That's well, there's no damage.
It's true. They got Invis here. They're gonna straight ult the Ember Spirit, who's very awkwardly reacting. He does get out, but
Radiant's middle
He's
tower
alive.
is under
I'm
attack.
getting these weird feelings about in the pool's Ember Spirit perhaps being a little bit rusty from this game thus far. Like that sequence of events he aforementioned, that time he ran home without using his ult even though he was level 6, and just TP'd back in when he got there, like,
Dire's top tower is under
Mr.
attack.
Poole, if you ever see this, Flame Guard is an incredibly good ability. Please
Yeah.
skill it.
yeah, that's pretty good to have, especially when you're going up against somebody with a lot of magic damage.
Their entire team has copious amounts of magic damage.
I mean, that's like, the magic damage barrier isn't huge, but it's like, hey,
Radiant's middle tower has been
No,
denied.
it gets bigger. His
Yeah.
level 10 talent is 200 Flame Guard. He took it and then didn't take the Flame Guard.
Oh my god, you're wrong. He
Okay,
took
no,
the
he didn't.
damage.
Okay.
That would have been great. Lifestealer walking into the PL party.
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
take
know
the-
whether-
Pugny's just
Honestly-
around for some reason.
I don't know whether it's better to get Radiance or Maelstrom this game. Or Mjolnir.
On the
Maybe Mjolnir.
on the Lifestealer,
wanna
I think
see
it would
maybe
just depend on how your lane went. This is a little awkward, so I might favor the Lightning. Unfortunate hook shot there from the Clockwork, who strikes out after the Witch Doctor he's facing is already dead, but at least it was a good sentiment. In the pool, okay, there we go. In the pool, okay, there we go. Almost gets caught twice by the axe. Maybe a little slow on the call the second time.
I think he should install a mod that changes his name every time he walks into the river, because then he is no longer in the pool.
I think he should install a mod that changes his name every time he walks out of the river. So he just turns into out of the pool.
That's true. And you know the hot tub on either side of the map, he should have it just
Radiant's
changes
top
anytime he
tower
walks
is
into
under
that as
attack.
well.
It's
No,
true.
not that one.
Dire's middle
The hot
This
tub.
one?
No,
is
not
under
that one
attack.
either. The one on the little side by the tier 2s.
By the tier 2s?
Not other tier 2. The top lane tier 2.
Oh yeah,
That.
this thing, okay.
Hot tub.
I guess.
Radiant's middle tower is under
It's called a
attack.
hot tub, don't ask me why. She just wanted to express her anger. Well,
Yeah.
her
Hex
human
does a very small amount of a camp. These ancients blocking Clockwork. Oh, Cryptic! Oh no, bro, you you have a Clockwork on your team, my friend.
It's like blocking your punch hook.
Tynaner going for the Mage Slayer. I do like this. I think that's pretty good in this game.
I would have liked to pipe, but to each their own.
The Dark Willow just barely getting out of there. Using the W at the perfect moment. Soaks up the Quapple, so it's going to be down for 100 seconds.
But I guess Space Cowboy is
Radiant's
popping
top
off, so
tower is under attack.
he's just building damage,
Yep.
which you can't complain about. It's also
Yeah.
a mid item.
Yeah, I think the Mage Slayer here works. Anchor Smash is one of those things that still applies it. It's pretty decent damage, and it's not illegal by any stretch of the imagination to build it. And Pipe. Ravage would have gone out on 3. He only gets 2 because Quap has the haste rune. I don't think he saw that when he used it.
And
I get the
so
kill on
really good
Pugna with it, with the inaugural Ravage. That's it.
It was the inaugural level 2 Ravage. He did Ravage before.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't Ravage at all till he hit level 2 with it.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did? I know. When did he do that?
Yeah. Top lane.
I'll trust you on that. BL Diffie is almost out. He actually got axed before Diffusal Blade. That's a very
Radiant's top
brazen
tower
move.
is under
Which I
attack.
guess is
little
fine because he
bit.
stopped the charts. Hey, check out what in the pool leveled up when he had literally no more choice to do it.
He could have leveled stats.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Do you remember when Medusa used to level stats at level 1?
Yes.
That was classic.
Do you remember the Medusa build that was literally just 1-1-4 and then stats?
That was like a long time, wasn't it? BKB
Yeah.
out on the Ember Spirit. That's going to be a pretty decently sized power spike. Just again, so long as he's not in that call. He's been doing a good job avoiding it so far. But then they haven't really had that many fights so far. I think Radiant's kind of looking for a long-term game plan here, perhaps. Just let Space Cowboy make space and then go for the late game.
I do not like this item build. BKB does not help you this game.
Well, I
It
think
does
the
not save your life at all. I would have gone for like Maelstrom and then the Mage Slayer.
second Mage Slayer, hell yeah. I guess that would be a thing, is you could just get the Mage Slayer on the Ember and then build something else in the tie, but you know how it goes.
Like, I don't even think like I would be buying a BKB this game if I was Ember Spirit. Maybe a Lincoln's, and that's it.
Does the Pugna Decrep, well, he doesn't have it at all right now, so not like it matters that much, but does the Pugna Decrep, like, stop you from using your W?
It doesn't stop you from using it. I think the damage still goes through. I'm not certain because I've never seen that interaction. It might stop your damage. Being disarmed does not stop your damage, so I couldn't tell you. No, Decrep is a little crazy.
Yeah.
But BKB doesn't help you because Pugnasuck goes through BKB, Axe Call and Ult goes through BKB, Quap Ult goes through BKB, PL's damage, a lot of it goes through BKB, and then Witch Doctor, his ult goes through BKB.
But if you're getting hit through BKB with the Witch Doctor ult, you're already dead anyway.
Not necessarily, but yeah. But the only thing you're blocking is Maledict and Witch Doctor bounce. But that's
You're blocking Maledict, you're blocking Cask, you're blocking the Decrepify.
If he's decrepping you, he's doing something wrong.
Well, either he's doing something wrong or he's doing something really right, because if he just completely blocks your Sleight of Fist damage with it, then it sucks to be you.
I think you'd rather not be... I think as Ember, you'd rather be permanently ghosted this game.
Well, that depends on how the interaction works. They're going to catch the Life Stealer here, and as predicted, he's just going to get under to 0'd. He's not even going to have time to get into a creep.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's a very great Axe game. I think the Axe is like the real scary thing, because, you know, I think the PL is better answered than perhaps some folks in chat would like to think, but this Axe, there's not really anything said about him. He's just got an awesome game. He's good against the Life Stealer. I mean, the Life Stealer will kick his ass, but any follow-up and he wins that. The Ember Spirit, he's, of course, really good against. He can easily get to the point where he can just kind of tank through the Ravage, or he can use a BKB to dodge it once he gets that. Which is next item, of course. And he's pretty comfortable at dealing with both of those supports. In particular, he's somebody Willow can't easily get around with Shadow Realm because, you know, Call forces you to end it. And even if you get the Axe, you can still just Blade Mail you. Chobro is getting ran at by everybody on the Radiant. At this point, this is like a massive waste of their time. The Quap's even going to throw in, two ults are going to come out. Life Stealer is going to go down. They're going to get the Radiant, or the Dire support line for this, but losing a Life Stealer for it, really not what they wanted. Got the Axe, they immediately used him to stop the big call that was about to come out. Just rooted him and killed him. Pretty sure he could have... Oh no, his call is on cooldown, so he just called and immediately got used, I think.
Yeah, he called the Life Stealer and the Tide and then got used by Cryptic.
So, good job, Cryptic. That would have been massively bad if that call was actually allowed to happen. I think those two were probably... Well, the Tide was probably going to live, but who cares?
They both would have been fine. Honestly. They were both full health.
Let's see, oh.
The Tide and the Ember.
Oh yeah.
Neither of them has enough attack speed to really proc the spins to kill anybody.
Guess that's true. Still would have been bad. In any case. You wouldn't have wanted it to happen, so it was well timed. Still would have gotten quite beat up. The Quap that
also,
was running away might have hit.
Reduces the damage of spin, so there's that.
Oh yeah, that's true. which is kind of a funny interaction. It's easy to forget. I think Randy was complaining about it on the live cast. Like, imagine being a new player to this game, seeing two different mechanics called magic damage and spell damage.
Yeah. And trying to figure out which one interacts with what. That's a quad ball that hit Cryptic. She just leaves. Stunned.
Pugna is going to take out the ward up here, immediately get hooked. He's going to force out, but I don't think that's going to particularly help him live. Yep, just gets...
Is this Chain Gang Ember or the other one? It's this like
It is.
Okay.
Yep. Not a fan?
No, because the thing about Chain Gang is that... the
No,
Chain
Witch
Gang
Doctor. No pause? Hello? Did anybody notice that happening? What the hell? There we go.
But the thing about Chain Gang is that it doesn't have a number of targets. So you throw forward your Remnant, and then you press Q, and then it just roots everything in sight. So it's really good at controlling PL.
Biggest attack pause of my life.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the pause 2 seconds later when somebody says, somebody's in the bathroom.
Life Stealer going SNY.
Yep, he does have his radiance here.
I would have liked to see an Ags, but Ags sort of just makes him unkillable this game.
Well, unless you accidentally infest a PL illusion, at which point you just pop out immediately and look like an idiot.
I mean, it's damaging to all the rest of the PL
Dire's middle
illusions.
tower is
Barely.
under attack.
No, I mean the infest burst damage is like 300 damage when he explodes, which is tripled on
Radiant's
illusions.
bottom tower is under attack.
I thought you meant the actual PL.
No,
Yeah. So
the other
clears the
PL.
illusions, but I feel like as far as that goes in this particular game, I don't think this team is in particularly much want for illusion clear. The Ember, the Lifestealer Radiance, the
I think with
Cool
the
stuff.
Ember build, their life is a lot harder. Because this build will
to
do
find
more
PL in the
damage
jungle
to
here.
PL.
Immediately get the right one too. They well, they almost dodged the Ravage, but without any of the actual damage doers here, it doesn't really matter much.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kind of an issue I had with this draft, and you kind of saw it play out there. This 3 and under club is not one of those damage-doing type 3 and under clubs. You really cannot get anything much done on their own. They're very dependent on having either the Ember or the Lifestealer all around, I think. And that was a great example of it. Like, they get the PL in a compromising position. They get the ult out on him and everything, but they have no damage. The Ember Spirit and the Lifestealer are not home, so who cares? PL Manta is now out.
Dire's middle tower
Does he
is
have a
under
Diffu?
attack.
Yes, he does.
Radiant are scanning.
Okay.
That was the
pretty
second
big
time.
right now. Yeah, they don't have really good illusion clear.
Except for
This
the
is a problem.
the Lifestealer Radiance and ult, the Ember Spirit, everything.
It's not enough.
I think it's plenty. I think the illusions aren't the problem. The problem is going to be this. You know, just because you have good illusion clear doesn't mean that the guy doesn't still have 5 people on his team, you know what I mean? Still going to get the axe here now. That's pretty nice. Witch Doctor ult comes out to follow. Doesn't last too long here before he goes to end. He's dead. Okay. Rip Jaso! That was very sudden. Lifestealer just kind of came and scratched his back a couple of times, and that was it.
Worthy tribute.
Lifestealer, or not Lifestealer, Tidehunter Ags is coming out, which I think is really good, a really good idea here. I hated Space Cowboy's lane phase setup, and I still think he needs Soul Ring, but since then I think he's been doing, for the most part, fairly well for himself. Lifestealer versus Pugna. My brother in Christ, okay, there we go. My guy forgot to hit Q.
No, that's the thing, is it continues to suck through BKB. Or through, yeah.
Yeah, but the
Magic
Decrepify on him.
Oh no, the Decrepify was on the Pugna.
Never mind. That just goes through... No, it doesn't.
It cannot be dispelled. It continues to suck through BKB.
I mean, yeah, it continues to suck through BKB, but it dramatically lowers the damage. At least it should dramatically lower the damage.
Surprisingly, it doesn't. If you cast it before BKB, he heals the same amount. It might decrease the damage, but he heals
Ravage
the same
on
amount.
3 takes the PL and the Flop and the Witch Doctor, but it doesn't matter because they're just in the coconut for the entire duration of the Ravage. That's so sad that Coconut actually was like a better stun there than the Ravage was.
Might as well have been Ravage.
Clockwork getting bullied by the PL here. Clockwork's just gonna hook shot to the camp and TP. Right move. Dire have gotten tired of that whole thing I was talking about where nothing was happening in this game and decided it's 5-manning time. Lifestealer is going to, with his brand new SMY, he's going for Ags next. He actually almost has Ags already if he wants to go in on that.
Yeah, Lifestealer's pretty rich.
But, as his SMY, he's going to rat bot T1 in exchange for his T2. Ember Spirit is very brave to be going in on this, and is now very dead. You're going to take the Witch Doctor with a follow-up. Fear Bomb strikes the PL and the Axe. PL loses a lot in the Fear Bomb. Axe in the Tidehunter anchor. It's pretty hammered. No ult yet on the Tidehunter. Lifestealer popping in from the back line. Kingfisher godlike with a double kill. So that, okay, I guess we're not done yet. Willow trying to hunt for PL. This is very ballsy on the back line. Going to not get him with the W there.
Yeah, I feel like if PL decided to turn, they're not able to kill him.
Oh, Space Cowboy just barely getting away with this. He has 5 seconds to ult. Doesn't matter because the PL is going to get caught by the Blink Dagger and die.
Both Tide and Lifestealer Ags are coming out now.
Mm-hmm. Really like the Tidehunter Ags. If there is any doubt left that they had some illusion clear here, that's certainly gone now. Just vomit that on all the PLs and suddenly they ain't looking so good.
PL's building a heart next.
So, there's actually, despite what it looked like, it's actually 5 for 3, favoring rating, because Witch Doctor bought back in the middle of that.
Died again.
Mm-hmm. So, really, that's probably about a 4K net worth swing overall. It's a little hard to tell, because, again, that does not, that screen does not factor in your buyback. Tidehunter Ags is here. Oh, he's got his Ags and Shard. Lifestealer has his Ags. Cryptic has Blink and Yules. Ember Spirit has 10 damage Deso and Crystal, so he's just going all in on right clicks. Tire scan out Roche. They do indeed find that somebody is in the wrong Roche pit right now. Should be a pretty quick Roche here with the Tidehunter and the Lifestealer. I think the Axe wants to go for it, but his team, not really so much. Just people kind of hanging around mid. They're only really going now. My Steeler, this is really good against Roche, my friend. I guess they don't have any way to get rid of the little Yules thing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That ultimately doesn't matter. Roche going to go down here. My Steeler going to take Aegis. Which, I think I'd rather see it on the Ember Spear, considering he's the only core on the team that seems to be actually dying right now, but hey. Oh no, Quap.
Radiant's middle tower.
Quap gets leashed, Quap gets everything. The whole... everything in the house dropped on top of her head. Godlike streak going down, goes to the Tidehunter. Lifestealer coming in on the back line here to try and go for the Witch Doctor here. So 2 for nothing, straight out of Roche here. Didn't even lose the Aegis. So another 2.5k gold swing. The not the Lifestealer, Tidehunter takes a big chunk of the proceeds. Is going for a Hex next. Good for anti-quab, which I guess is kind of the part you're missing right now, because I think this team has built a lot around the PL and doesn't really have that much for her. That only kind of went like it did because they got a little bit lucky, that last kill they got on her.
Tidehunter has a shard, which is insanely good against Quap.
That's true, but it's also kind of the only thing they have, and it doesn't work if he gets blink cancel before he gets to be interface. Because that thing's range is like
Dire's middle
melee
tower has
range,
fallen.
basically. So that's, you know, that's kind of the luck element I was talking about, is he was allowed to just get there, get in her base, and drop it immediately. Liv is going to come out, PL is going to finish the heart. Clockwork is going to make Gear Jail. Stop the PL army from advancing. Someone points out that the wave is bad for Radiant at bot, which is correct, and Lifestealer is going to go deal with that. You know, Ember Spirit kind of has, outside of the BKB, has kind of like a, like, Lifestealer 4 years ago type build, you know what I mean? Clockwork's got a Shiva. That's a huge item for him to have at this point. Guy is rich, at least comparatively speaking. On the other side of the coin, the Pugna
Radiant are
has a similar net worth, but much less impressive looking inventory, at least on the face of it. They find and destroy an illusion. Very excited to see that illusion there and get rid of it. Dire have just completely slowed down the game at this point. Everybody on Dire is just trying to find somewhere to farm. Actually did just get the Witch Doctor, but nobody knows that because they don't have any sentries or any vision around here. Okay, now they figured it out. Pretty good. You definitely want to get getting rid of this Witch Doctor as often as possible. Nobody's really... I mean, nobody in the game really likes tanking Witch Doctor roll, right? Like, not a man alive likes having the Witch Doctor rolls in their face. Oh, Tidehunter Ravage to the PL actually got him. Put the leash on him. And, having a bit of a hard time killing him, but he is going to go down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Can I gloat yet? Like... They're gonna find the Lifestealer here at mid. Quab's gonna scream at him, but not actually gonna hit him. He's in a very bad spot still, though. He's gonna get to this creep camp. Get in, get away. Thanks, Tomato. Very cool. Without the axe, they don't really have a great way of stopping the Lifestealer ult, I don't think. At least they have a great way to stop it. It's not that common. Aegis is going to expire here in about 30 seconds, meaning this is one of those farming Aegises. He's going to have Just south of enough. Oh, about exactly enough to get the full
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
full abyssal blade here on the last stealer. Gonna maybe find the axe. Everybody's looking at him. You know somebody's in the triangle. Space Cowboy dares to proceed, and Axis blinks away. Sad.
Dire's bottom
Much ado about nothing. They got the Orchid out on the somebody silenced him. What the hell? How did he get silenced?
Quap shard.
Oh, you're right. They got the Quap Shard silence on him there. Okay. Okay, Life Stealer in a bit of an awkward spot. Fear Bomb's gonna come in to make things. Oh, they got the Quap and the Fear Bomb. That's so big. PL is kind of the last man in the fight now. All the supports he has are really far on the sidelines. They're gonna get the Clockwork in the background. The Witch Doctor, Maledict, and subsequent ult doesn't really go anywhere. Axe is gonna take out the Will at the cost of his own life. Tidehunter is an awful spot. He's finally gonna go down here. At least he should go down. Oh no, he got out. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, no, well, okay, yeah, now he's definitely out. The Light Stealer Infest has just massively increased his HP pool, so... Whoa. My Tidehunter is queuing a Daedalus.
I've just realized though that Tidehunter will eventually, theoretically, outscale PL's damage.
He
with
does have
Shell.
Kraken Swell.
And he currently has 41 extra damage block because of it.
Yeah,
So eventually PL will do literally 0 damage to him.
yeah. I think even as it stands now, let's see what the...
No. He was doing quite a swell amount of damage to him in the last fight.
Well, I'm just
But-
trying to check. What do the PL illusions do? 199.
That's a
Or Manta
35%
illusions.
illusion. So the
199.
Manta illusion's still 70 damage apiece.
Yep. So right now,
Not
he
including
still
Mana
takes the diffusal blade damage since that's not reduced by anything. But right now he is soaking up a lot of the damage the illusions do. They're not really doing anything much to him at this point between the Kraken damage block and the Kraken Swell extra block. Mech coming out. Yes, we do have Tidehunter, chat. Took a long time to get that one together. I screamed dead in the water when I hit PL or Quap with my shard. That's good. Like screamed like at the top of your lungs? Can we have somebody else in the Cryptic team confirm that in chat?
Never refuse gold.
Ember Spirit finds 2 bounties. Come on, guys. Pick up your runes. Witch Doctor getting close to a 4-staff, getting... Okay, I thought getting a 4-staff, but no, just getting a smoke off the courier. Fly Stealer is pretty scary right now, but... The upside is, for the most part, he's pretty much as scary as he's ever going to get. He's nearly done. He needs regular shard and moon shard.
And
Blessing.
Zag.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower
He could
is
potentially
under
sell
attack.
his armlet for something more, but it's pretty incremental upgrades at that point outside of the blessing. You know, that's the good news.
Dire's courier
The bad news is that Ember Spirit is not even a little bit like that right now. He's still got a ways to go.
Radiant's top tower is under
Still
attack.
got his ags in general. He's still got a slot to fill in.
Dire are scanning.
Actually has 2, really. Plus all the same stuff Lifestealer needs, so... Willow's going for the Ags.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ember Spirit has finished up the Maelstrom. Doing a smoke right now on the Dire side through the GG jungle. It's a little hard to tell if they genuinely think Radiant's here, or if they're doing this to try and establish it as just like a protected area that their cores can farm in.
See, you never know, Games of Pizza. This could be another 82-minute game, where
That's
PL
true.
eventually makes a massive comeback.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The Radiant catch the Witch Doctor here. Good timing on the use of the
Radiant's bottom tower is
rip, says Cryptic. What was Cryptic ripping about there exactly? Let's find out.
Radiant's top
Quap's
tower
here.
is under attack.
Cryptic comes in, gets Yulesed by himself.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
no. She doesn't have a Yule Scepter! Riptic.
Cryptic.
Ember Spirit is with the Lifestealer in tow. It's going hard on the PL here. And they're gonna kill him. Wow, yeah, this guy means nothing.
Radiant's top tower is under
They're
attack.
just tearing him to shreds. Even with a heart, he still just melts.
Comforting wound.
And then Ember Spirit even gets to have a goddamn regen. Oh, Lifestealer's got Mindbreaker. You know, one time this guy I know named Meth told me that Mindbreaker was his favorite tag. What do you think that means?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Call on the Ember Spirit. Even with the Lifestealer ult, he still just dies immediately. Lifestealer's gonna try and get some measure of revenge on him with the axe. Does actually get it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
The Witch Doctor, great eye on Tristero. The Witch Doctor ult on the Lifestealer is immediately ended. Guy just dies.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks is fallen.
And they're just going T4s, wow. They're gonna get the buyback out of Axe.
Dire's middle tower is
They're going to get a ult that goes nowhere out of Quap.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Quap gets yelled at.
Barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks.
So Dire just loses 2 racks for nothing. They get the Ember, that's it. And that's a fight that happened many eons ago. PL going for Eye of Skydie next, I guess. 99% of gamblers quit before they're tanky enough to survive the Ember Spirit plus Lifestealer, as they say. Once again, going to be doing the Ags here. Lifestealer's calling in the Blessing. Presumably to take it. Again, I don't like that. It should absolutely be in the pool taking it. There's a counterattack coming out on this Roche. They heard the roar, they're moving in on it. Not going to get there in time, though. Lifestealer's going to get the Aegis. Tristero is going to
Radiant's current
bravely hookshot some creeps. Going to find the real PL, immediately drop Yules on him. PL is going to start on the on the Willow. He's going to try and dodge the oncoming Ravage. Doesn't quite get it. Space Cowboy is going to go down here though, and so is Jaso. I mean, goddamn, just cannot win this fight against the Lifestealer. Lifestealer infests the Axe, is going to kill him by doing this, I think. Yep. Quap screams at him the moment he comes out. It's P1 versus P2 here. Really just kind of down to Lifestealer and Ember versus Quap PL. Tide's gonna buy back. Hook shot on the PL. He's just trying to get away from this Lifestealer more than anything. He's kind of turning around. He's going to get Abyssal Bladed. Quap screaming at the uh-oh. They got the Lifestealer ult on the real PL, and yeah, he's dead. And so is Kingfisher, who immediately buys back. Doesn't wait a single second. Pugna going in the back line to attempt to cut this top wave, I assume. And maybe get himself a wisdom. Everybody plays the num 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 voice clip. Kingfisher gets hit by the overwhelming blink anyway, so now he's really slow. And once again, they're not even going to try for bot racks. They're just going right to the end. Which, I mean, why not, right? You know, PL's down. You can guess probably no buyback. And indeed, will not have it. Pugna is going to try and suck the... Pugna is going to try and suck the... Oh dear. they're fountain diving with the Ember Spear. That's not a very good idea. They did not respect the buybacks once again. Quap barely gets the anchor off of her. She's just doing everything she possibly can to get rid of these guys, stop them from killing the Ancient, but doesn't look like they're gonna get it. So somebody has finally got a win on the Jaso Smurf stack. Somebody call Gotham. As I believe Gaben has fallen asleep, so maybe perfect timing on that one.
I'm eating.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I want I want an official explanation from chat as to why I'm why I was right about this. I'm awesome. This was just a story of I do think there was some awkwardness on the execution from the PL. I do think there was some awkwardness, especially on the axe. Just didn't feel like it really came out right. There's just a lot of bungled calls, especially considering it seemed like the Ember Spirit was just rusty this game. There's just a lot of weird remnants, weird non-uses of remnants at weird times. Like the I'm scrolling up in chat and I see Games and Pizza saying, "Man, I don't think this game is going to convince people to draft PL as much as I'd hoped." But oh, and Cryptic says that Space Cowboy did in fact scream like a girl, 100%. So there you go. And maybe a small amount of goofing from the Pugna, but overall, I do think, in contrast to the first game, I think they came out stronger the second time. I feel like most of the issues that they had in game one, they kind of shook off in game two, and as a result, that sort of moment of weakness, that issue that they had, that they were displaying there, where they got overconfident, started like doing these weird, crazy splits when they were really not the team that should have been doing that and all that. That did eventually play out for them. So to that end, or it didn't play out for them. It didn't happen this time, right? They actually did get to the point where they were able to get away with being the team getting picks instead of being the team getting picked. Turned it around. Big, overwhelming victory for the pitching tents, which isn't to say that excuse me, jeez, which isn't to say that the Dire particularly botched it here. I do think this is just a situation where Radiant understood the impact of their draft, understood the upsides of their draft perhaps a little bit better, and were able to take it to a victory. A big performance from the Space Cowboy, probably his biggest game so far this season, so good thing he's coming on so I can flame him for game one. Anything to add to that, Gabe?
No.
Can we get good night, Gabe, in chat while I do the ending spiel?
Subscribe to Dota Plus.
If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 in a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, but stand-ins are needed all the time. In-houses are going to be popping up between the seasons. Queues popping everywhere you look. All kinds of fun to be had. Go to ld2l.gg, click the link to the Discord server. That's where all the action's happening. and we'll see you next time.